Hi, welcome to everyone's favourite segment, Mailbag. The honour of the first opening today goes to fellow video blogger Fran. G'day, Fran. Don't even have to say her last name. Everyone knows Fran. Well, if you don't, subscribe to Fran's channel because she's awesome. Fellow video blogger, co-host of The Dinosaur Den with Bill Hurd, owner and designer of all the Frantone audio gear and space aficionado, and the list goes on. She's got an awesome YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed to it, you should. Do yourself a favour. Now, let's see what Fran has sent. It's going to be something interesting, no doubt. So thank you very much, Fran. She's in Philly, by the way. If people don't know, if people are overseas and they don't know, Philly in the US, of course. So let's crack this open. Here we go. What has she sent? I'm surprised at the amount of money it cost to ship something like this. What does it weigh? Does it tell you the weight on there? I don't know. Like, it's a kilo or something. Like, well, over a kilo. Probably jumps up. Surprised at the cost. The United States Postal Service. Quite expensive. So thank you, Fran, for sending this in. And to everyone who sends stuff in, because it does actually cost a fair bit. So let's have a look. Hang on, should I smell it? Because it's probably vintage. Fran is really into vintage stuff. And is she going to have another hand-typed type, with a proper typewriter? No characteristic smell. Let's have a look. What do we got here? What do we got here? That, I believe, is the Liberty Bell, is it not? I've seen National Treasure, one of my favourite movies, of course. Yes, I know how corny it is, but I do like it. I believe, yes, Parson Stowe. That is the Liberty Bell, the cracked Liberty Bell. Removed before use. Oh, okay. A genuine Liberty Bell, which is in Philly, is it not? Or it was in Philly or something. I'm not entirely sure. Sorry. Let's have a look. Yes, there is a note. There is a note. Oh, postcard. There we go. Is that Liberty? Greetings from Philly, a Carpenter's Hall Independence National Historical Site. Here we go. Let's have a look. There we go. And yes, there is a hand-typed letter. Sorry, Fran, I forget what typewriter you use, but it's pretty schmick, apparently. And let's see what she has sent in here. All right, here we go. We've got ourselves some vintage. Let's have a look. Ooh. Oh, wow, look at that. Chinon Genesis 2 old school camera. Wow, let's check this puppy out. Never had one of these. That is going to be a retro teardown Tuesday. Oh, fantastic. Nice. Nice ergonomics on that. Don't mind that at all. Not too shabby. Wow. Old school. And no, none of this digital rubbish. Thank you very much. Let's have a squeeze through the viewfinder. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, very nice. And Fran doesn't disappoint. Look at this typewriter. Now, if I was more of a typewriter aficionado, I'd be able to tell the particular type used here. Is it like an IBM golf ball one? I don't know. She's gonna scream at me. Sorry, Fran. I don't know. Anyway, we have a gadget here. Yes, it is a high-resolution camera from the 1980s. The real-time low-latency monitor is amazing. We'll check out this low-latency monitor. And it operates entirely with just available light. It's incredible. Doesn't need any power at all. It took decades for cameras to reach this level of resolution that these 20th century cameras could achieve. And I'm sure that I'll enjoy the wonders that hold within. I'm sure we all will. Let's do a 2-minute teardown after we check it out. Thanks, Fran. She's from the United States of America. And playback is not instantaneous. Bloody 20th century cameras. I don't know. Next up, one from Dave Lees. Good on you, Dave. He's from the old Dart, and I don't think I need this. Just paper packaging. Can't beat it. And it's wrapped. It's a present. Woohoo! I should let Sagan open it. A pair of shoes! What I've always wanted! Yay! No, I doubt it. Okay, what's in here? Duct tape. Beauty. Seal anything with duct tape. Let's have a look. Oh yeah. Yeah, watch this. Hope I can get as many views as that fat kid with the lightsaber on YouTube. How many did he get? How many hundreds of millions? I don't know. No, it's young Anakin's. No. Come on, bring on the new movie. Original trilogy only. No, this did not happen. No. Merry Christmas. Love your biggest fan. Thank you very much, Dave. I guess he figured I wouldn't open it until Christmas. And yeah, based on my form, that's a pretty reasonable assumption. Look what we've got. We haven't had one yet. Ta-da! Sinclair ZX Spectrum. Yeah, baby. Oh, the real keyboard. Caution, do not poke or jab people or animals with lightsaber. Huh? And Dave sent in this Sinclair ZX Spectrum Plus, and we've had the ZX Spectrum a couple of times on the blog before, doing teardowns of that, but this is the Plus model, essentially the same as the previous version, except it has some upgraded RAM. I believe even the board's interchangeable, and the keyboard is of course different, but it looks good, but then you go to use it, and this is quite simply the most horrible feeling keyboard I've ever used, I think. Not so much in terms of the action of the actual key, but the shape of the key. What idiot came up with this? This is one of those classic seemed like a good idea at the time ideas where they would actually curve the top of the key in like this. Oh, that'll help with the ergonomics of, you know, your key won't accidentally slide off and hit the one next to it. Yeah, maybe in principle, but in practice it is horrible. How could any, fair enough, coming up with the idea of it and then having a go at it, producing it, but then you'd go along and use it, and surely you would go, that feels like shit. No, let's just not bother. But no, somebody signed off on that. Ugh. Made in the Republic of Korea by Samsung. There you go. Who would have thought? Designed by Sinclair. In the UK, though. In Cambridge. Sorry. And that's it. We're in like Flynn. This is 1984 issue, by the way, even though it's got copyright 1983 on there. This one came out in 94, I believe. Anyway, look, there's still got that dodgy bracket on the regulator, on the linear regulator over here. Just got like afterthought. Jeez, terrible Muriel for a Plus model. And there's the Ferranti ULA, or Uncommitted Logic Array, essentially a PLD and a programmable logic device. And you can see the date there, 48th week, 84. So this one was manufactured basically essentially, or sold essentially early 1995, 85. Sorry. Jeez. Back to the future. And there's the Z80 CPU for all you aficionados. I know there's a lot out there. And interestingly, this one is like early 84, 8th week 84. I'm surprised they had stock sitting around for that long, because the Z80 CPU back then was like red hot stuff. I would have expected it to go straight into a production product somewhere. So yeah, for it to hang around that long, almost a year before it actually makes it into a product, that's rather surprising. And there you go, some of the RAM, actually this dates it even further, is into the first quarter 85. So there you go, 7th week, 5th week 85. STC. Don't they make like baked beans as well? And the keyboard, while it might have those fancy-pantsy keys on it, it's just basically the same membrane as what was used in the previous one. It's just got better key tops, that's all. They're still conductive rubber backed onto the membrane, so yeah, a spongy feel. So thanks, David, for sending that one in. I think we've had our fill of ZX Spectrum stuff for now, Mailbag. What do you think? Next up, one from Martin Clemens. That rings a bell. Is he having a second suck of the Sav? I don't know. He's from Livingston in... yes, Livingston in the United States of America. Let's check this puppy out and see what he sent in. We love a big package. Oh, nothing better than having a big package. Let's go. Excellent. Recycle material. Can always use that for packing, so I'm always packing and sending stuff. What do we got here? I've got a postcard, presumably from Liver. Thanks very much for your excellent show. I've been a fan since 2012. Thank you very much. You've got a lot to catch up on. I was recently cleaning out his aeroplane hangar, as you do. I was cleaning mine out just the other day, you know. And he came across these old things. Let's check them out. Wow, it's a 300A Navomatic. Yeah, it's the Navomatic. Excellent. That'll make a good 2-minute teardown. And, ooh, Apollo GPS. Check it out. Aircraft GPS system. That'd be pretty state-of-the-art in relative terms, I guess. And Martin's from Montana. There we go. Nice looking Montana. I want to go there. Look at that. And he's sent in these from his own personal hangar. Well, thank you very much. What we've got here is an old analog autopilot, the 300A Navomatic. Yeah, you can rely on that puppy. Oh, brilliant. So we'll check that out. I don't know the age of that, but geez, that's got like 70s or something written all over it. And then we have a Morrow Apollo 1. This is a Loran receiver, so we'll take a look at that. And then we've got a GPS receiver down here. That's once again, it's a Morrow brand Apollo. And ejector button. Hello? No, ejector button. There? I just pulled it out. Check it out. It's got a Garmin Flybury. Flybury, as in library, but it's Flybury. Get it? Data card. There you go. So this must have, I presume, GPS waypoints and things like that for, because there's no mapping capability on here, right? So it's not like, it's going to draw, maps and give you routes and things like that, right? But it'd have, I presume, even though I know nothing about aviation, would have the GPS waypoints for like all airports and things like that. So you can like call up the nearest airport and, I'm talking like small airports and things like that. So there you go. It's actually fairly recent. 2012, they still make these things because, I presume to get a GPS qualified for aircraft use, even if you do have to qualify them, then, lots of planes are still going to be using these old units. So they probably still maintain stuff like this even today, even though it's, these things are absolutely ancient. They probably cost a pretty penny as well. Return expired data cards. There you go. Yeah, I don't think we'll return that, but there you go. It's a library data card for presumably a Garmin GPS, or did Garmin just actually make the data cards and the waypoints and things like that, and this is generally a Morrow or whatever. I don't know, 2-minute teardown on each one. And here's inside our old school 300A Navomatic. Look at that. It looks like potential. Is that board there looks conformally coded, but anyway, whole bunch of vertical riser boards which contain most of the circuitry. There's a little bit on the bottom down there, and as you can see, the bottom side, old school, just hand taped artwork. No date code yet, but check out all the adjustments on here. Whoa, HDG, gain, null, whatever that is, no idea. Anyone know how these analog autopilots work? I've got no clue. It looks like we've got some sealing though around there, is it? So these little those trimmer pots are sealed. So no, actually no, they're just screws. I thought they might have been trimmer pots, but they're not. They're just screws holding in these data cards. Oh, let's take them out. And wow, I totally called it. Look, 1970s. Wow, look at this. 17th week, 76. Wow, for a 1458 op amp. Unbelievable. And every Autopilot must have a 555 timer from 1974 for the win. Wow. Hold on to your hat. We can beat that. Look at this 555 timer here. Look, 51st week, 1973. Thank you very much. And a 741 op amp from 1973. Brilliant. 4016 from 74. Oh, this is great stuff. And check this one out. I reckon someone's had a go at this 4016, because if you have a look on the back, the soldering is different to the others. Look, it's not, it looks like it's been hand redone. Doesn't look like it's the, you can see the flux residue. Doesn't look like it's the original wave soldering. So, yep, it's been repaired. And our final card in there is a summing amp. There you go. Look, they label each board. Lovely. Look, there it is. Summing amp. So that is a really nice plug-in design. They just plug in, go into these vertical pin headers here, and then they've got these plastic strips on the side to, board separators to space them apart. That's a lovely design. It's nice and mechanically robust. I can understand why this sort of construction is done in planes, and that's going to last a long time. Bet your bottom dollar. I'll tell you what, I'm keeping these boards because these have got really classic dated early 555 timer and 741 and other chips on them. Absolutely brilliant. Definitely don't toss those out. They're a piece of history. Now let's take a look at this Loran or Loran receiver. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. I'm not in the industry, but yeah, this is basically a pre-GPS navigational aid. It would pick up the transmissions from Loran transmitters, like spread throughout the country, around the world, and from that, measuring the time differences, you can calculate your position. But it's basically been completely superseded by GPS, but probably old aircraft still have it. They probably have it as a backup. I'm not sure if they're maintaining the Loran transmitters and things like that, but yeah, if the GPS system goes down for some reason, I don't know, a war starts or something and they shut it off, then yeah, we can you can still navigate using this. I'm not sure what the accuracy of something like this is of the system is, but it'd get you to the nearest airport within visual range of the nearest airport, definitely, and you can land. So, yep, let's take a look. I get no idea how any of this works at all, but there you go, bearing and range and all sorts of stuff. Made in the United States of America. Whoa, look at this, all digital. That's a digital side anyway, driving. Of course, there's going to be an analog board down the bottom for the receiver, but that's driving the display and probably doing the, the timing and calculations and everything else. And we'll take a look at the processors. A keeper. It's got a, that's a rechargeable. No? Is it? I don't know, but no, lithium battery in there. That could be Cactus. We're talking 1983 here. Look at that. And the chips are dated mid-83 as well. So, yeah, but it's in good nick. Look at that. That's a nice design. Nice and reliable. I like that. Classic 8085 for all you fanboys out there. And, of course, the 8255 down there. There's our EEPROMs. Oh, we've got some memory. It's all happening. Wow, look at the analog section. Isn't that beautiful? Nicely laid out, nice and modular. Lots of, look, I mean, here we've got some big inductors here and caps. So what are these? Are these like bandpass filters and things like that? I'm not sure of the frequencies and everything, all sorts of whatever it is. But geez, there's lots of them. Look at that. So a ton of stuff, and it's all, look at this. It's all like sequential. So there's like multi-stage stuff happening everywhere. Some 3080 op amps. And what's under here? Actually, if you have a closer look down in here, my guess of what's happening here, right, we've got, selectable filters, and then we've got some transistors down in here and here. So obviously these transistors, well, I believe, are used to switch in various LC filters here. So that'd be my guess of what's going on. Maybe similar thing happening here as well. Oh, that's a bit uneventful. I thought it would be some sort of, whiz-bang, frequency ovenized oscillator or something like that. I don't know. It's just the switch in power supply. Oh, and some of the transistors in here, MPF's 6521, that's just a amplifier, so nothing fancy. We've got a 2N6727, that's just a high power switcher basically, and well, that's about it. So yeah, I don't see anything in the way of RF transistors, so I reckon they're doing some switching the filters in and out. So that's a solid bit of aircraft engineering from, the early to mid 80s. Very nice, and it still work today. It'd be ultra reliable, and yeah, no worries whatsoever. That's just brilliant. Now this Apollo GPS unit, be interesting to see the date of this thing, whether or not it was, post 2000 when Clinton turned off the selective availability and basically gave, super precise GPS navigation to everyone. It started the geocaching movement and everything else. So that's when it really boomed and took off. If it's pre that, but you still, even with selective availability, you still had like 100 meters or 200 meters, accuracy or something like that. So, that once again would have been good enough, probably similar to the Loran type system, perhaps in terms of accuracy. Once again, it'd get you, near enough to the airport, and then you can land the damn thing because you can see the runway. So, it would have been good enough, but let's take a squiz. And bingo, there it is. Once again, very neat, very tidy, very professional, and no surprises for finding a separate receiver in here. They would have just used, a receiver from the experts in the business. In this case, it's JRC. Is that Japan Radio Corp, who make the transistors and various things? I'm not sure, unless there's another JRC that do that. We can have a look at Hitachi H8 chipset, but this would have been real old school receiving. None of this 12-channel parallel rubbish. No siree, Bob. And from the date codes in here, we're talking 93, 94. So there you go, 94, maybe made in 95 or something like that at the latest. After a small search, I couldn't find any info on that main chipset there at all, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Big socketed ROM, of course, and there's the Hitachi H8 with lithium backup on there. 901. Is that 901? Is that to be replaced? Expires on 901, or was it replaced 901? I assume it was replaced. And there's inside our can. We've got some Murata oscillator up there, 14.4 meg up there. Don't know who the manufacturer, NDK, sorry. And, ooh, look at that puppy. Love those packages. That's an RF, if they're RFIC, RF amp, probably RF preamp, if there ever was one. So, yeah, like power in, out. That's basically what those things are. And on the back of that board, we've got some good old 62256, are they? Yep, 62256 SRAMs. Geez, that brings back some memories. Used plenty of those back in the day. And, yeah, nothing special, just awesome passive stuff on the bottom. Although this was under another metal can, by the way, which went in these slots here. That's rather interesting. Got that trace there. Does that go off to there, or is that just flapping around in the breeze? It's the Fly Buddy GPS. Awesome name. Copyright 1994. And we got state-of-the-art 80C 186. Thank you very much, PLCC package. Love it. Oops. We need to put a resistor in series with our backup battery. What the? Meh. So that's pretty much all I expected in there. We've got some digital processing to get this serial. It would be a serial output coming from this old school GPS module. I'd love to get some data on this. I don't think it's like a 12-channel thing. Oh, no, it could be. I don't know if they had that back in 1994, is it, or not? But yeah, anyway, yeah, it would not be nearly as sensitive or nearly as multi-channel or, nearly as advanced as today's modern GPS receivers. Not even close. like it's not even using like a big thing back when, 2000 hit and selective mobile, the Surf chipset was one of the major ones. It looks like it's whatever this thing's doing, some sort of digital processing, and Hitachi H8, that's it. There's no, this thing might be a custom ASIC perhaps, but I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, nothing like the advanced Surf chipsets like they had in the years following. So thank you very much, Martin, for sending in this gear. That's been an awesome set of teardowns. This video, this mailbag video, has turned into a teardown video, a teardown bonanza. So it's fantastic. Thank you very much, Martin. That's an interesting look. Some aircraft stuff, that flight instruments that we haven't seen on the blog before. Awesome. Next up, one from Australia. Good on ya, Matt. He's from Geraldton in WA, Western Australia, that is, for those who don't know. Been to Geraldton, nice place. And let's have Squiz what he said. It's heavy, it weighs a fair bit. Got a note, don't want to read the note, it's a spoiler. So, there we go. Yeah, bit of crud. Targus bag. There you go. It's a lappy. Is it? I assume it's a lappy. Little 12-inch job, is it? No. Yeah, hang on. No. Oh. What is... Oh. Oh. Oh, there's... Hang on. There's all this black. Something has disintegrated. Absolutely disintegrated. I don't know what the hell happened there, but oh, has it all come off the? It's all come off the curly cord. Yeah, all right, yep, it's fallen apart. The curly cord to this phone. Is it one of these satellite phone things? What the? Yes, it is. Old school satellite phone. It's not the greatest design, is it? And check out this puppy Matthew sent in. It's an old school satellite phone. Thrane and Thrane. Sounds like a bunch of lawyers. Anyway, made in Denmark. Hi to all my Danish viewers. Terrific. So what we clearly have here is the receiver, like a pop-up antenna. I like this. Microwave radiation. Beware. What the hell is it? Like, is it actually a mic? Is this actually... I don't know. Actually, it may not be a satellite. It might be a directed microwave link, a microwave phone or something like that. Anyway, clearly the antenna up here, we've got ourselves a little RF patch cord which goes down to here. So this would be the receiver and or, the transceiver down here. And then just the phone with the cord which went all crusty, all the plastic on that just went completely cactus. So a 2-minute teardown. Might take more than 2 minutes, but eh. Wow, check out inside the antenna. It's got some sort of spongy, yep, it's got spongy type material in here, and ta-da, I guess, look, some copper sheets embedded in the front there. What the? Whoa, look at this, secret RF voodoo, here we go. Look at this, anyone? No? Anyone want to hazard a guess exactly how that works? Any microwave RF antenna experts in the house? We've obviously got our antenna point here, and then it's branching off controlled impedance lines. This would be a specific dielectric back in here, you bet your bottom dollar. And then basically it splits off. We've got 4 patch antennas, and once again we've got various other, these are different impedances for, some sort of, impedance matching. It's not like we're doing any, real filtering there or anything like that. But anyway, we've got ourselves 4 separate patch antennas like that. It's very interesting. Why? What advantage does that give? But wait, hold on to your hat. It gets more interesting. Flip that out. And ta-da, I expected just to see a coax going from here to here. But no, look, we've got ourselves a transceiver in there. And these are interesting. Look, Do not eat. Okay, so what are they? Some sort of desiccant modules or something, perhaps? And there we go, there's under the can there. Yes, we've got some RF stuff happening here. Big RF power transistor there by the looks of it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we've got some filtering, got some, probably some bandpass filtering happening in here. There's our coaxial antenna output. I really like that, how that just, you know, matches up to that. That's really jazzy. And once again, we've got another, we've got some more filtering happening in there. And look, none of this PCB rubbish. Look, we've got ourselves some nice little hand-tweaked inductors in there. Check them out. Well, I tell you what, these lawyers at Thrane and Thrane really know how to do some engineering. We've got some nice solid die-cast casing in here. Oh, yeah, but look at this. It's a thing of beauty. Look at that. So obviously what we've got here, some battery pack, which Matthew had to remove, unfortunately. Then, once again, this is obviously our DC to DC converter. Comes in here, generates all of our voltages, goes over, all sorts of digital stuff. We've got an analog devices DSP down here. And it looks like we've got some sort of programming, SIM card thing, which goes in here. Then we've got the lower level transceivers in here as well. And then just, yeah, digital processing and a speaker. And not much else to it. Serial out, whatever. And then the phone outlet as well for the handset. And, well, Bob's your uncle. And there's nothing fancy-pantsy happening under those shielded cans there. Nicely delineated into the separate modules there. Very neat. I mean, this is, you know, even with the bodge up there, this is, you know, this is real professional design. They really know what they're doing. There you go, 2 analog devices, DSPs, no surprises for finding something like that in there, doing all the audio processing and stuff like that. Looks like we have ourselves a power amplifier using the die-cast alloy case down here. That's nice, and a cutout in the board, screwed down, and it has some heatsink compound on the back of that. It'll have a big thermal pad, big single inline package. Well, it turns out this puppy down here from ST, the L3000N, I'll link in the data sheet. It's a SLIC, whatever that stands for. Anyway, it's a line interface, basically ringer circuit design interface to the telephone lines. A pretty advanced little beast. It's really very purpose-specific device. So thank you very much, Matthew. That's an interesting beast. If I can actually get some info on it exactly, like satellite phone, microwave phone, transceiver, thingamabob, shoe phone, whatever it is, then we'll try and link it in. Or if you've got like a manual for this thing or something like that, please let us know. Thanks, Matthew. So I hope you enjoyed today's mailbag. Thanks for everyone who sent stuff in. It wasn't many, but it turned into a Teardown Bonanza. Awesome. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up. Discuss it down below, all that sort of stuff. Support me on Patreon, buy my t-shirts, you know, all that sort of stuff us YouTubers have to say to survive. Catch you next time.